Hey, welcome back to Jeff Builds. I'm Jeff, let's build. Today we're looking at set number 31090, the Underwater Robot, and part 2 of a 3-part mini-series I've had in mind since I got this and the Deep Sea Creatures set. More on that later. It contains 207 pieces and was released in 2019. The 3 builds featured in this set are the titular underwater robot, with a clump of seaweed with mineral deposits, a brick-built stingray as the side builds for that, a mini-sub, and an underwater crane. Alright, let's open this thing up and see what's inside. And our first build is the mini sub. Its side builds are more set dressing than anything else, but what I like the most about the main build itself is the two ratchet jointed arms with claws on the ends of them, and you can use one of them to rotate freely 360 degrees the whole way around. Another thing that I like about this model is that you can easily fit a minifigure inside the sub to pilot it around. Next one of these three featured builds is the crane. Well, I assume it's a crane anyway. A bit odd to feature this particular build in a set about underwater vehicles. Maybe it's an underwater crane. In any case, the legs are on ratchet joints to help it move and keep it stabilized as the arm moves around freely on a mini ball pit joint made popular with the Mixels line of LEGO sets. The side builds for this set happen to be an ancient stone pillar with a couple mineral deposits on it. Also, if you really wanted to, you could squeeze a minifigure in there, although it's a bit of tighter fit than the previous models. finally, the biggest boy, the underwater robot himself. His legs make full use of the ratchet joints around the hips and the ankles. Unfortunately, he has no joints or articulation in the knees, a big flaw for many LEGO robots this year. And his arms use a mix of ratchet joints and ball pit joints. And he has 2 specialized grabber hands. One is a small hand with 3 digits, and the other is a more formidable claw with a power drill used to bore holes in underwater rock. He has a special swivel piece in the middle of his torso that allows him to turn at the waist a full 360 degrees, and well, I can't stop gushing about the details used in the set. The flexible hose pieces, the red oxygen tanks, the spoilers used as shoulder pads. Oh, and yeah, the Stingray build is alright, I guess, but the robot! The robot! If you really wanted to, you could remove the cylindrical eye piece in the robot itself and put a minifigure inside the thing to pilot it directly. I tried my best to make an interesting 4th build with the pieces provided in the set, but try as I might, all I could think of was trying to create another mini-set, and that didn't really feel very fair for me, or fair, because you're all expecting something amazing. So, I looked online and I found a couple of videos searching by the set's name and number on YouTube, and I found 2 alt builds that stood out to me that I personally enjoyed. I was originally going to use footage from the videos, but I figured it'd be better just to show off the builds myself following their instructions, and leave links in the description below for the videos, so you can see how to make the models yourself. And if you really enjoyed what these people did, you could like their videos and subscribe as well. And the first of these amazing alt models is a really neat helicopter build from a user known as Brick Ideas. A very small, very smart build with clever parts usage to make a helicopter. The only thing I dislike about it is how stiff the main rotor is when you try to spin it, but it's absolutely perfect for any stop-motion animation projects. And the second build is a completely different beast altogether by popular master builder, LEGO Mech engineer Chubbybots, the Ravager Mech. Man, I really like how he was able to make the legs for this beast. And while it is a little fragile to hold, it is very posable, and it legitimately reminds me of something out of Horizon Zero Dawn. The designer himself said that the model was inspired or based on the design of Ravage, who is a character from the Transformers franchise. And that's the show. Stay tuned for part 3, where I combine elements from both deep-sea creatures and the underwater robot to make something truly awesome. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe for more primo LEGO content on the way. Gonna review some of the new 2020 creator sets real soon, and possibly make a music video or something as well.